guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Natalie. If you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm sick a lot with just random things, and I really like to advocate for like mental health and things like that. So when I end up getting sick with something that's like completely out of the blue and weird, I like to make awareness videos based on that, because I know that there are a lot of people in the same boat that don't have all the answers and like to know what other people's experiences are. And I think if I can provide what I'm looking for when I get sick to somebody else, and just reassure them that you're gonna be fine, you're okay. So today I want to talk to you about something called a association choking anxiety. I will preface it with a bit of a backstory in terms of like how it came about, because it's not something that just randomly happens, that's going to happen to everyone in their lifetime. Some people will never experience it, but for those that do, it can be really, really scary. About 4 weeks ago, I started experiencing extreme bouts of panic. Now, I have been diagnosed with anxiety before, but I had never had a panic attack, which seems totally weird. There is a difference between anxiety and a panic disorder. I was eating in the car, which was stupid to begin with. It was late at night. We went over a bump as I went to swallow, and whatever I was eating scraped down the back of my esophagus, which made it feel like I was choking on my food. Now, I did end up going to the emergency department, but not for the choking phenomena. This induced a panic attack that was so bad that my heart rate was stuck at 160 for the next 40 minutes. The panic attack was something that went from 0 to 60 real quick. It was like, oh no, I'm choking. Oh no, now I'm gagging. Now I'm dry reaching in the car. My whole body was taken over with adrenaline. I was shaking profusely for 20-25 minutes. I was hyperventilating. My blood pressure went through the roof. So yeah, it was a bit of a scary experience for me. Fast forward to a week later, I actually ended up back at the doctor, and this is when I learned that I've been suffering from something called silent reflux or laryngeal reflux. So unlike normal reflux or GERD, silent reflux is called silent reflux because sometimes it's completely symptomless, and you start to notice things like you might feel the sensation of having a postnasal drip. Choking or feeling like there's something lodged in your windpipe is a really common symptom. Now, because this has been going on for a month, and despite being treated, the psychological effects of this have led to something called an associated choking anxiety. So what happens is I'll go to eat and it'll be totally fine until it's in my mouth, and then my brain sort of is like, okay, you have to swallow that now, and then it's just this overwhelming panic. Like, oh my god, spit it out, do something with it, but don't swallow it, because if you swallow it, it's going to lodge in your windpipe and you're going to choke and die. Obviously, if we want to be realistic about it, people don't just choke and die like that. It doesn't happen like that. And I am fortunate enough that in the place where I'm living, someone is always home. So even in the event that I did choke, there would always be someone around to help out or call an ambulance or whatever. So how I've been dealing with it is eating food when I can. Some days it's really hard. So I've got a hospital grade Sustagen formula, which provides me most of my basic vitamins, fiber, protein, iron, things of that nature, just to make sure that like nothing gets too serious where I have to end up in a hospital. But yeah, other than that, small amounts of food throughout the day has been helping. There are some textures I cannot deal with, like anything that has coconut in it, I just, no, out of the question. I don't want to know. But yeah, like pizza, cheese pizza, really good for this apparently. I can also suggest waiting when you're eating, and you're eating little bits at a time, and wait between 20 and 30 minutes before you have a drink of water. It's going to be really super uncomfortable, and you're going to want to clear your throat and cough and all sorts of things, but you have to sort of sit with that fear that something's going wrong and understand that the whole time this 20 minutes is going on, you are breathing, you're alive. You might be a little bit afraid, but that's fine. I know there's a lot of people out there, just from doing some basic research, that deal with it. A lot of what they describe sounds exactly like the anxiety and the associated phobia that I'm going through. A lot of people have a hard time accepting the fact that, you know, they've been diagnosed with something and the doctors say this, this, and this, and this. And it could just be like a psych related thing. It's not always, but from what I read, a lot of it comes across that way. And I just want to say, like, don't be ashamed at the fact that your mind is basically fucking you over. It happens to the best of us, and honestly, if you're not getting any reprieve from your general practitioner and you think it might have some sort of psych bearing or there's a panic associated with it, absolutely even mention to your doctor, do you think it could be X, and see what they say on it. I know my doctor was going to refer me to a speech pathologist to basically learn how to re-eat, which was completely unnecessary because there is no functional problem in my swallowing mechanism. I'm not old enough to have dysphagia. I don't have any condition that causes dysphagia or an inability to swallow. You know, and even if there is a functional problem in terms of the stomach acid, that's just acid and I'm not gonna choke. Rational brain, it's ridiculous. Irrational brain, end of the world scenario. So yeah, I just wanted to inform you a little bit about the effects of silent reflux and the phenomena that is an associated choking anxiety. Happens to a lot more people than you think. If you've ever experienced it, let me know down in the comments. As a side note, so I'm probably not going to be filming anything else until the new year. I have a load of shoots planned, so hopefully I can get some photography stuff up for you. On that note as well, I am looking at doing a Q&A for photography, anything from beginning to asking me about effects or editing techniques that I use in my own photos. I have linked my website in the description bar below if you want to have a look. I've been in the industry since 2010, so I'd like to think I have a little bit of knowledge and can help you out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and New Year, and I can't wait to kick off with more exciting things in the future. Thanks guys.